Hello, hello. Good evening, everyone. I'll give it a few minutes to see if anyone pops up in the live. Probably not. I'm going to stop saying that, but usually not, but it's possible somebody might pop up. Um, so today I'm going to be talking about how I manifested my trip to Costa Rica. And yes, I don't know if you guys saw on my Instagram. My Instagram is Organically Gabbie, but I was in Liberia, Costa Rica. I had no idea I was going to be in Costa Rica until maybe a few days prior to me leaving. Um, and the way that things transpired for this trip, the people that I got to meet, uh, the retreat that I went on called the Money School Retreat. Um, I firmly believe that through God and through inner work, I was able to manifest this trip, and I want to share with you all the things that I've been doing and the journal prompts that I completed that I feel made this possible. So, no one's in the chat yet, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Um, I'm not going to be talking about the Costa Rica trip. I might do a separate video for that. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. I can make a separate video about what actually happened while I was on the trip, which was a lot of things. Um, because you guys know that my channel is about money, mindset, and motherhood. On this trip, this retreat, they actually teach you about trading and investing and getting to where you want to be on a financial level. And the fact that I had no idea this retreat was happening and I got to go completely free, you can't tell me that was nothing but God. So let's get into it. um, so I want to mention three things that I've been doing on a consistent basis that I feel helped with this manifestation. The first one is practicing gratitude. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. I feel practicing gratitude puts you on a frequency to receive things. Being grateful for the things that you already have helps keep you open to receive more things in the future. And one of the ways that I practice gratitude is journaling about my gratitude. And a journal that I've been using, that I've been mentioning in almost all of my videos, is the gratitude journal. And it's the same thing every day, but you share about things that you're grateful for, and it helps you reflect on your day and what you can do better for the next day. And when I say that it's been helping me throughout my journey, obviously, thus far. So I really recommend it to you all. So you can get it on, I have my own website where you can get the gratitude journal from. You can find it in the description below the video. So if you're interested in being consistent with practicing gratitude, I definitely suggest that you get it. You can get it by clicking on the link in the description. The second thing that I've been working on is remembering who I am. And when I say remembering who I am, remembering who you are, I mean remembering your past wins, remembering your past manifestations. Because some people can't remember things that they've manifested, because I think that we're all manifestors. We've all been able to manifest things. But some people can't remember that. So just remember your past wins or things that you've completed or things that you're proud of. Um, I want to share a story. I can share a couple of my manifestations that I didn't even realize that I manifested until just looking back. So I lived in Houston for about 5 years. I moved when I had my daughter. She was a little thing. She was like 3 months. And when we first moved there, I was already looking at preschools, like what schools I wanted her to go to. And I came across this language immersion preschool, and I thought that was amazing. I wanted her to be fluent in so many different languages. So I was like, this is the school that I want her to go to. I think it would be amazing. And fast forward a few years later, not only does she go to that school, but I am the director of the school. Um, and the crazy thing is that I completely forgot that I looked at that school when I first moved to Houston. I didn't even realize it was the same school until while I was already working there. I'm on the school's website and I see a picture and I'm like, this picture looks familiar. And I realize it's the same picture that I looked at when I first moved to Houston and I was looking at schools that I wanted my child to go to. And I'm like, this is insane. Not only does my baby go to the school, but I run this school. So that is a crazy story to me, a crazy manifestation story. And I believe the key to such a huge manifestation for me was being able to set that intention and then give it to God. Like not constantly trying to force it, but just deciding that this is what I want and letting things unfold. Because when I first started working there, I didn't even apply to work there. Someone who already started working there, who I knew, reached out to me and said, if you're looking for a different type of position, because I was already working with children, but working directly with children wasn't working for me at the time. I just gotten into a car accident, yada, yada, yada. But they reached out to me and said, if you're looking for a different position, we have a position open at this school. And I was like, sign me up. A language immersion school, that's cool. But I did not make the connection until later. Um, and so that is a past manifestation that I remembered. And if we're being honest, one of my most recent manifestations that happened within the past 6 months was the condo that I'm living in right now. The condo that I'm living in right now, when I first moved back to St. Louis, I'm living in St. Louis now, but when I first moved back to St. Louis, I was staying with my mom and I was looking for places to live. And I did not realize that the condo that I'm living in right now is the condo that I looked at when I first moved to St. Louis, and it was like, this looks like a great place to live. It's a great school district. They have a pool, like all this stuff. And I'm like, I want to live there. And I did not realize that I'm literally living in the place that I said I wanted to live in when I first moved here. I didn't realize it until I went to the condo's website and was like, this website looks familiar. And voila. And this is something that happens to me very often. And I realize it's because I do what I say that I'm going to do all the time. I set my intention, I do the work, I let it go. I don't try to force it. It just is what it is. I said this is going to happen, so it shall be. Um, and that's how I move throughout life. And but the third thing that I wanted to say is you have to do the work. And I'm not talking about working super hard, working yourself into the ground. I'm talking about the inner work. I feel like you cannot move to the next level unless you do the inner work. None of this would happen without me doing inner work. For example, for this Costa Rica trip, I I had been saying I wanted to work on my money. I've been working on my credit, doing all these things. But right before I got the call about this Costa Rica trip, I would say maybe a few days before I got the call, I started going back to therapy. I started going back to therapy. I started doing some journal prompts to work on some thoughts and beliefs and core beliefs that I had that I felt like were holding me back. And once I did that, I got the call for this Costa Rica trip, for this money retreat. And I want to share with you all the journaling prompt that I was working on that I believed helped propel me to the next level to receive this manifestation. Um, so, for this journal prompt, I identified my limiting beliefs. And so, limiting beliefs, everyone has limiting beliefs. You just have to expand that belief to be a little bit larger than the belief that you're having now. So identify your limiting beliefs. I would say identify at least three because everyone has them. And if you can identify at least three, then I think you'll be self aware to take this to the next level. Um, once you identify those three limiting beliefs, for every single one of those limiting beliefs, you need to write an example of why that belief is false, because your limiting belief is false. Um, and then you can write what that limiting belief robs you of, and an example of what you can do to take a step away from that limiting belief into your new truth. And I can give you an example. I can't believe I'm about to share this, but I'm going to share with you one of my limiting beliefs and what I wrote about it. So, one of my strong limiting core beliefs that was I felt was holding me back was that is that men won't love me, or men don't really love me as I am. They just want the idea of me, or they just want to sleep with me. And that belief showed up in every single relationship that I have with a man. It prohibits me from communicating with men on a deeper level. It keeps me from being vulnerable. And I put this belief is not grounded in truth. Yes, it has happened before, which is probably why I have that belief, but there are men who love me no matter what. There are men who love me on a deeper level. And if I hold on to this belief, it robs me of having an open heart. It robs me of having loving relationships with men. It robs me of vulnerability. It robs me of intimacy. It robs me of a lot of things. And a step that I can take to put me into a new truth is the next time that I have a conversation with a man, or someone that, a man that I somewhat trust, I can be a little bit vulnerable with them, or possibly, depending on how comfortable I am with them, share with them the limiting belief that I have, or just share something a little bit vulnerable with them to at least get me to a level to where I'm, not so closed off and thinking that men are unsafe. And I did that. I did that. And I believe, and I did that. I actually have four limiting beliefs. And I took a step on each of my limiting beliefs to take me into a new truth. And I believe doing that is what helped open me up to receive new blessings and just new opportunities. And that's all that I had to share with you all today. Actually, no, one more thing. One more thing. Today is the new moon. I'm not super into astrology, or I'm not super into the moon cycles, but I do believe in there being energy in the new moons and the full moons. And I know the full moons is like when you release certain things, and the new moon is when you really set intentions for new beginnings of sorts. So I really, 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 really believe that this is a good time to set some new intentions, a good time to get rid of some limiting beliefs, even though you can probably do that on the full moon as well. But I truly, truly, truly think that today is a good time to work towards a new you, work towards the better you, work towards the you that you see yourself being in the future. Um, And if you are on a new journey and you need some guidance, you need love, you need some support, I have a friend. Her name's Nicole. She has this amazing blog. She just started it. She has a few posts already, and I believe she made one today. So you can visit her blog. It's called justexperiencing.com. That's the URL. I believe I have it in the description box below. Um, Yes, her blog is called Just Experiencing Human. And I've already read a couple of her blog posts already, and I can just feel the love and support uh, and the genuineness that she has in her posts. And if you're someone who's been struggling with letting go, and someone who's been struggling with giving things to God and trusting the journey, her blog posts are for you. So I definitely suggest you go click that link in my description box and take a look at her blogs. If you want to practice more gratitude and take yourself to the next level, I definitely suggest that you click the link in my description box as well for those gratitude journals. And that's all that I have for you guys today. If you liked anything that I had in my video, if you found it helpful, if you found anything entertaining, if you want to hear more about my Costa Rica story, because it's pretty crazy. Not only did I learn about trading and investing. I was hanging out with millionaires. I even got a millionaire to sponsor an idea that I had. I met the most amazing people, the craziest people, the most interesting people, and I want to share with you guys about it. But are you guys interested? I don't know. Let me know. Um, if you like my videos, if you want to hear more, please like and subscribe. But other than that, I will see you guys another time. I'm signing off. Bye.